business is approval of minutes of the February 4th meeting.
I would move the minutes be approved as written.
Second?
Any corrections, deletions, anything? Nothing? Those in favor? Thank you. Selectmen's comments, Tom.
The only thing I got to share is we got another newsletter out finally from the Communication Committee this week. And it was quite a lot in it. So, and thank you, Allison, for doing the heavy lifting on that. That's it for me.
Oh, I was going to thank you for doing it, the heavy lifting. So I already mentioned the Spirit of America, dedication, all those things. One of the things I was going to mention that has come up in the legislature is there's a proposal to take the real estate, some portion of the real estate transfer tax that goes to the counties and take it for emergency shelters. A whole bunch of county folks came up and testified against it and said, no, we think emergency shelters are a good idea, but take it out. There's extra money now because there's now an increase on sales over $1 million, so sales of houses, so that percentage is what they're talking about taking. But that's also going to the general fund, so there is an effort there is a desire to take it from the general fund instead of taking it from the county, because that means, guess who pays for that?
Of course. If they take it from the county, it's just going to trickle down.
Exactly, and that's what they said. So I'm keeping my eye on that.
I had an interesting conversation with Lynn about that yesterday.
Yeah.
Because she said that she tried to get the commissioners to go up there because that's revenue for her. They want to take another 1.5%.
Yep. The registrars were, their association was there. There were the Lincoln County was all over it. I was really proud of them.
But she said that if they take that away from the county, then it just falls back on the taxpayers.
Nobody from Saginaw was there.
That does not surprise me in the least.
And all the shelters will be put into the bigger cities, right?
Well, I mean...
So they're going to take the money away from the little counties.
Yeah. Well, what was interesting, that was the whole point of Amanda Campbell had sent out something to MMA, to the towns, over the weekend, really quick, going, what do you guys pay for emergency shelters? So I filled it out for her. We say $700 to Tedford. I also put in the $500 that we give to New Hope for Women, because I think that's also, the domestic violence shelter also counts. So anyway, towns donate a lot of money on their own to emergency shelters.
Thanks to Danny and his crew, we run a warming shelter here every time.
Yeah.
There is a cost to that. I mean, it's not a lot. There is a cost to it.
But I was really dismayed by some people on the committee that were, when they stood up and talked about, the registrars, the county commissioners, whatnot, to say, take the money from the general fund. It's there. It's extra. They got pretty much told, like, oh, you just don't want to fund emergency shelters, and it's like, that is not the point. Lynn must have been furious.
She's very upset about it.
Yeah.
And she was very disappointed in the commissioners because she had said, you need to advocate for Saginaw. We're a small, county, and no, they didn't show up.
Well, Lincoln County did on our behalf.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I have.
Dale?
The middle road is doing its usual things.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It's brutal up there now.
Well, this is the first time in years that we've had this
Cold.
This cold winter that has driven the frost down that far, and now it's all coming back up.
River Road.
So if you don't have to go that way, don't go to the middle road of 128.
Yeah, 128 was.
You take these 200-year-old cow paths that we have around here, I mean, they take a beating in this kind of weather,
Yep.
That's it.
Just a couple of things. Phil, you brought up a question at the last meeting that we did some research into, or maybe it was 2 meetings ago, and it was about the sign.
Oh, yeah.
So we had the code officer, Mike Field, looked into that, and that was actually a replacement of a sign that had been there.
Really?
Yeah, and so we Googled it.
Smaller. It was.
Yeah.
I never noticed one, so
No,
I knew them.
don't worry, we didn't either. But it was an agreement with DOT and Bath, and it replaced one that was there, and he provided pictures and documentation.
I think there was a long period of time that it was not there.
Yeah, but if you look at a Google Map thing, you can look back like 5 years, and there's this,
I suggested that we could put a sign right below it on the same post that said, "Thanks for visiting Woolwich."
Good.
I think we should.
okay.
Yeah,
So the sign is gonna stay there.
Yeah, it's.
I think we should.
yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So the only other thing I
Sounds
have.
like a land grab to me.
I touched on this a little, but I've been working with this, with MCOG, and there's a grant out there to work on big culverts and look at engineering potential and whatever, and so it's kind of nailed down to the hedge bridge culverts. Now, this isn't nothing's going to happen, or anything like that, but if the town were ever awarded it, it's only a 5% match from the town.
Is that the one that you guys just replaced with the
No,
oil tanks?
no,
Hedge
this is on Hedge Bridge.
Oh, okay.
It'll be the two big ones that were put in the 50s, and all that, what I gather from this, if
Did we put a new bottom in that one a few years ago?
well, more than a few years ago now, it's been 27 years now.
It always seems like a few years ago.
If the town were ever awarded this grant, it would probably only be for preliminary engineering. But whether it was for 20 years down the road, or 10 years down the road, or 30 years down the road, it would be a start. And that, it qualifies stream size. Someday,
I see where the state has sent us a notice about closing the road for the.
That was the other thing. So yes,
Middle road.
the 127 culvert is going to happen this summer.
When are they going to do it?
It said in the notice advertised in April and awarded at some point and done in midsummer. And it's expected to, did you see that? It's expected to be no more than a 2-week closure, is what we all got from them.
It's still gonna isolate a good portion of the town.
All the way up.
It's gonna be a long drive.
I
Yeah.
can't get to work, I'm sorry.
No, I think what you might find, which is,
There are other.
you're gonna find that the Dana Mill Road is gonna take a little more, grief. Because it's-
Is there anything we need to do to prepare the Danis Mill Road for the influx of traffic?
More cops.
yeah.
I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to throw some more speed signs up. They're all pretty old.
I mean, it's going to be a little, the trouble with speed signs is,
Right.
they're set by the state.
I know,
And
I
if we
know.
put the ones that are supposed to be, we might make them go faster.
Yeah.
And it gets tricky. We have
No, I know.
yellow and, I was a little surprised, because I thought the state, they move these schedules around,
Yeah.
and one day it's next year, this year, but we all got that notice, and that's the plan.
And
Are they
this-
still planning on doing our road this year?
This, as I mentioned the last meeting, so I talked to Marty Rooney, he's the new DOT guy in charge of the light and the project down here. He said it will go to bid, in early winter, this coming winter, and be underway, and it'll be done next summer. So it's a year from this summer.
the lesson.
So it's been put up another year.
Well, it has,
Yeah.
the money's there, it's been funded, it's in the work plan.
The lesson is, yes, the work plan should not be paid attention to. We should always just rely on what
They-
Jason hears from
Well, the trouble is, they
DOT.
change it. I tell people things, and my father does, and then they change their mind. But anyway, they got through right away. They did the public, I don't know if you guys, anybody
Yeah.
said anything, but they did the public comment period on this project, and they got back all that. And I said it the last meeting too, but this pole installation is being done in conjunction. DOT knows, they know, so even though the pole looks like it's in the wrong spot, it's not, I guess. And also, on that note, as you know, we met down there with Kelt, and the pole project goes right across the dike.
Right.
And they're aware of the proposed project, or the project that's gonna take place, and so hopefully it's all gonna work
The
out.
Chop Cross, the 128 one is next year, right?
Chops Creek?
That's what they
Yeah.
said, but,
Yep.
yeah, right, is that right? The one up there, the Chops Creek one?
Yeah.
Is not this year. I think it's
Oh, it's
for,
not this year.
no, that was for next year, I think.
It doesn't need to be done.
No, I know, that could go.
Calvin is fine, there's nothing wrong with it.
Looked pretty good when I was
It does, and I
Yeah.
went down there and videoed it, but they have, whatever.
But on the line of the Hedge Bridge culverts, we're only that far away from a problem up there. We get a big enough storm, we're gonna lose those culverts.
Yeah.
And that is gonna be expensive.
Should we put in for a grant?
Well, that's what we're doing, David. So I can read you what I wrote, but this fellow from MCOG, we went all around town in the last few months and looking at different things, and And when he sent me all the information, it's up to like $3 million per community, there's some money there. I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, there would be funding to replace those. We went up there, it's perfect, it's got the I don't know, use the right terms here, fish passage or environmental criteria, the sizing, nobody likes the two pipes anymore, they debris and blockages. They were dated back, we have pictures from the 55 when they were put in, very steep sides, road guard, we went through all these.
Yeah, I met with him last summer up there, the bridge engineer, and it's gonna tap out close to $1 million.
Yeah,
And it'll be a bridge, won't be another pipe.
right.
Won't be a culvert again.
No.
Will not be culverts.
No, they
I was
want,
gonna say, I was wondering if they'd put in a cement box culvert or something.
No,
The term bridge, probably, but it won't be two culverts like that.
no.
And
It'll be a bridge.
this guy got back.
Is it too long to put in a prefab bridge?
Well,
I don't know, David, I don't know that much about all this stuff, but the depth and so on, I'm not sure how that would work. I think you'll find they'll just build a bridge, like, Reed or somebody that,
and I would think, wouldn't you, that it would most likely leave those in place.
yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's 6, 7 homes beyond the culverts, right? And so leave them in place while they build the one beside it.
There originally was a bridge to
Yeah.
the
East.
east
Yeah,
of the one
yeah.
that's there, so I would guess they probably would put the new one
Yeah.
where the old one used to be.
But he said there would be a bridge, and it probably would be $1 million deal anyway.
Yeah. So this grant has not been applied for yet, it's in late
6
March.
houses.
This was the early part, and if the town awarded any part of this for engineering or
We need to
whatever,
extend that.
our match is only
And
5%.
connect them?
So even on $1 million, if they granted the whole job, that would be a steal.
What we don't have is any kind of a plan in the event we lost it. I mean, what would we do if we lost the pipes out there? In a big rain, big storm, or hurricane or something?
Well, Sean has this UTV thing out there.
It'd be cheaper to replace those than it would be to come in from the other end.
Oh, yeah, that's a need, well, that would require all. Yeah.
I looked that over a long time ago.
That's a lot of money.
That bridge would be cheaper than 5 miles of road.
Well, yeah, there's a lot, that would be a lot. Anyway, just, that's all I got.
I don't have much of anything tonight. There's nobody here from the public, so we can skip that. Town administrator, Kim.
So a gentleman, Brian Christensen, stopped by from Comcast. He says our franchise agreement is up. We had a 10-year agreement, so he wanted to see.
Oh my God, time flies.
I know.
We're gonna-
So he wanted to see if you guys wanted to have him come and discuss anything, or if we just wanna.
Tommy, don't we? We might as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were all, well, Alice and I, the 4 of us, we were involved in the last one, because it's only.
And I've talked to him several times during
Yeah,
the
well, we
broadcast.
can iron out maybe some of these, like you have
Okay.
some access,
So invite him to a select board meeting.
or do you want,
Or do you
do
wanna
you want to
just
do
have a
it, do
meeting?
you want to meet with them first, your committee?
You wanna
or-
do the,
We can meet with him, or
Okay, I have
have
his card.
a video conference. Yeah, I have his info.
You
too,
have
yeah.
it, okay.
Well, we have the existing one, right?
I don't know if it's the same person.
No, I
Did
no,
he
I
give
mean-
us a new contract?
No, he said it's coming up, so he wanted to know.
But I mean, then
No.
are they asking for anything specific?
No, he just
Well, if
mentioned
you
that it was
remember-
coming up and if he wanted we wanted to meet with him or whatever.
So I recall the big things in Allison, the franchise fee is in that,
Yeah.
that we get, the service to the town, I think we get it included in that, right?
Yeah.
And then maybe that's something.
I would think that I think they've been expanding all over town.
Yeah.
To be in competition with Fidium.
They have, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'd be nice to know a couple of things, and then maybe this would be the opportunity,
Yeah.
if you needed another, remember you were talking about some more service capabilities or something,
Yeah.
I can't remember now, but.
Yeah.
Do you want to reach out to him?
Yeah, I'll reach
first?
out to him.
Okay. I'll give you that.
See what they're proposing.
Okay. And then, our copier downstairs is our fax machine. We got rid of the old antiquated one, and it was a 3-year contract, and now it is up for renewal, and because EMS has a fax line with their copier and we have one, it's a 3-year renewal, but you have to pay it up front, so it's $13.89, and I already gave Danny, so I just figured that we would split it, but it is over $1,000, so I just wanna let you know that we need to spend,
Unexpected expense.
yeah.
But you both have the
I didn't
funding.
think
But it's
people-
cheaper than a fax, because if you had a phone line, then that's like $65 a month and for 3 years.
People still use fax.
I know, people still use
Yeah,
fax.
we fax.
Medical
Yeah.
records,
We
you'd be
fax all the
surprised. They don't
time,
have to
fax.
mail it
I
back,
know,
so
it's a
we
very
can't send it
antiquated
by
thing,
email.
but we fax.
Oh,
Yeah.
I What?
So you heard Danny, right?
Yeah, what?
They can't, with, like medical records, they
Yeah.
we can't send by email because it's not secure, so we can only do it by mail or fax. And so we get things from the hospital, insurance company, or, you know, requests for records
Oh my
to be
God.
faxed.
Crazy that we don't have a better way.
I wish there were a better way,
Yeah.
but,
Either one of them alone would come more than 1,300.
But it's an
Yeah,
annual
yeah,
contract.
yeah.
It's a 3-year
3
contract.
year, I'm sorry, you said 3 year. Okay.
3-year for $13.89, and it'll just be split between EMS and the town
Do you
office.
want us to vote on that?
Sure.
I move we authorize the expenditure between EMS and Kim and whatever.
1,300, right?
Yeah, is that for the,
$13.89,
and that covers the 3 years or each year?
3 years. No,
Okay.
that's 3 years.
Sure.
Okay, yep, yep.
I'll second that.
Okay.
All right,
All those in favor?
Is that it?
I just wanted to
We
remind.
gotta vote on the motion.
Oh, yeah, vote on it, okay, sorry.
So we moved and seconded to authorize that. What do you?
yep, okay, those in favor?
Okay. And then I just want to remind Danny and Sean that next Wednesday at 4 o'clock, you guys are meeting with the board to go over a budget.
oh,
Do you want one at a time? Do you want one before?
Yeah, so you wanna do 4:30, or you wanna do
Whoa,
4 or
what is
5,
your
or however
schedule?
you wanna do it?
What do you guys want to do?
I'm not on duty, so whatever works.
What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm on call, that's fine. I didn't know we had it next week.
Well, we just
We just
decided.
decided.
That was
That's
right.
fine. Surprise!
So whichever time works. for-
Well, you guys said
I'm on
4,
call,
so,
That's true.
or somebody can come on 4 and somebody can come at 4:30.
Yeah, you guys tell
I'll
us.
just say
Right, then
4
they
for
come at
me.
the same
Okay.
time, and we'll
Get it done
finish
with
with one, they won't
you.
be there.
That's right.
All right.
Why don't you both come at 4, and when we finish with whoever's first, that one will be there already.
Okay, that works. That's all I got.
All right, thanks, Kim. Jack, what's up?
I don't really have much on, you have nothing, Kim?
No, I just had that culvert issue off of Cedar Road or
Yep.
Drive.
We were there
I
this
don't know if you're
morning.
aware of that.
We were there, we went past it with sand, Mrs. Taylor reached out, it was not, I don't understand the comment that was on Facebook, it's not like that at all, it's kind of,
Okay.
it's a very.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Well, no, but you
Yeah.
couldn't drag your, it's a very,
I
it's a frosty
received-
eve.
Yeah, I received a phone call from it when I got in yesterday, and I couldn't understand half of what they were saying, and so, and then it was on Facebook, and I went, oh, okay.
The,
All right, tell me on this.
No, real quickly, it was down on the intersection of, Old Russet Road and Reed Street, I think, or Reed Road, I think it's,
Reed,
anyway.
yeah.
There's a
I
frost,
couldn't understand
you know, the
her.
roads are jacked up, there's a culvert sunk down, and Kim had put up the postings, and this person had commented that, the culvert needed to be repaired ASAP, and she
Yeah.
bought it out in her car, and,
Yeah.
I don't, like I said, we went and looked at it, we actually didn't think it was that big a deal, but then we put some sand in it and just patched it for, anyway.
As you know, the posters are up, road posters,
Yeah.
and that's in conjunction with Wisconsin. We try to stay the same time frame.
Pittsburgh's also just went up.
Yeah.
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 Seems early.
The roads, when you have the warmer days like this, the roads start to show water, and hot top takes a beating.
And Tommy, to answer that, it's actually later.
Is it really?
Yeah, we keep track, and so in the last few years, we've had some, maybe not, last year, but the 3 years we had those really mild winters.
Yeah.
We looked, and it was the second of, first and second week of February. So it's, it all depends.
Does that affect power company trucks on the Quasit?
Yeah,
You can say
it
yes.
anytime.
I got to ask you.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, did you?
So will that keep the power company trucks off the Quasit?
No, no.
We can do.
I was not.
I know today there's a lot of them.
No, me
Did you go
neither.
across there today?
With the bucket?
Yeah.
No.
There's a lot of them.
It was from.
They were on the bridge today.
Farmers to the
They had to move
bridge.
a truck for me to get engine 3 through there today.
Yeah.
I could not get a fire truck through there today.
They had a little bit of a glitch today. There was
I was
what?
not happy.
There was at least 6 or 7 over there, and
Yeah.
they did a very, very long.
Yeah.
Very,
It was
very
like
long
from
glitch
Dennis
out.
Farmers to the bridge.
Yeah, but they were stretched out so far that there was like 3 or 4 fighters, and they didn't talk to each other. So the guy would tell you to go through, and you'd
Yeah.
meet an oncoming car, and they tell you to back up. And I did that twice, but I see what they're doing. They're running lines, and it's a lot to it.
They're
but-
putting those little clips on.
Yeah, they're re-hooking up, and hopefully they're gonna move over here, obviously.
At least they did it during school break.
Yes.
I
No,
wonder if-
no, they were last week too.
Oh, were they?
They've been doing a lot of
Been
work.
there.
Well, progress.
Okay.
Okay. Codes officer, 4 building permits, one residential solar, one improved principal sunroom, and 2 accessory structures, deck and garage, 1 internal plumbing permit. That's it. EMS, Stan.
We responded to 17 calls so far in February, so keeping on track, I guess. 16 patients seen, 14 transported. Went to Dresden once and called MC1 6 times. The on-spot change in patient compartment camera in Rescue 1 were repaired. That we had to replace the compressor for the chains that had blown out. So we also had to replace 2 batteries in Rescue 2. It just wasn't wanting to start, and we took it in, and the batteries were very old, so it now starts. Also, I've been working on the running routes guide. I emailed everyone
Saw that.
for the new that you requested last meeting. Thanks to Mike Field for sending me the E911 stuff, and it helped a lot. I went to the state GIS website and did a lot, and that's almost done. I'm meeting with Jason and some of his crew to just clear up some discrepancies of where route or Old Stage Road Section 1 ends and 2 begins. So that should be done by next week. So,
Good.
Also, the DEA issued a new ruling law, I guess February 6th. I found out about it last week, that requiring all EMS services to, or almost all, it's clear as, it's federal things, it's clear as mud, to have a DEA license. Formerly, our license was through the hospital because they supply all the narcotics, and it's very controlled and everything's locked up. So we may have to get a license. It has to be done by March 9th. If we do, I'm talking to the state and the hospital to see, and it will be $880 every 2 years. This is an expense that just, they issued the ruling February 6th. I found out about it last week. The state's trying to figure out, I mean, it has nothing to do with Maine EMS, but they're trying to help people. And so I'm not sure. Yeah, so we might have an $880. It should be covered by our annual fees thing, but it was just very unexpected. So I'm still working with the hospital to see if we're one of the services that doesn't have to do that.
Does it change any of the procedures of storage or any of that?
It adds a lot of paperwork on our end. This doesn't change the storage, it doesn't change how we sign the drug logs anytime one's used, it doesn't change, it changes how we get it at the hospital, but they're not quite sure how that works yet. So, because they supply them for us, and like when we need to restock expiring, we have to take it to the pharmacy, and it's all signatures and locked up boxes and things like that. So it's, hopefully it doesn't change that. And so, but I'm just giving a heads up, there might be that $880.
Wow.
And we might have this whole paperwork chain I have to deal with. But, so it's one of those that nobody had any clue they were doing this really. They talked about it years ago, and it suddenly was issued. So, and that's my report.
What does it accomplish?
I don't really know. I get that they're
revenue
trying to make
for the
it,
Revenue for the
feds.
federal
people
government.
can't break
Yeah,
into
somebody-
ambulances
somebody
and steal
job, right?
narcotics, but I mean, it gives money to the federal government, and we're already doing all the requirements, keeping them locked safes, you know, things like that, and we keep them under lock and key, and it's very straight. If one's pulled out, we have a lot of paperwork to document it and things like that. So it really doesn't change anything except giving them this money. I don't know, or the license.
That explains it all.
Yeah, it's, and again, I just got notice of this last week, and I've been going through, it's like a 40-page document, of course, and so we're trying to figure it out with a lot of people.
Do we need any legal consultation to figure it
No,
out?
I don't think that will help at this point of whether we just.
Well, no, I
have
mean to understand
sort it out with the
obligations
hospital.
or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, it's because it has exceptions in there that if you fall under a hospital license, which is what we did before, we may not have to have it, but then it goes on to say that that's a very rare that they'll allow that. So it's just, again, it's confusing, and we're trying to figure it out. Everybody is right now.
Good luck.
Yeah, thanks.
Sean?
I got a new member application I went to get approved. The gentleman lives on the Quasit Pines Road. He's very gung-ho about joining. He works from home, so he'll be available during the day, which is what we need. Ken's already run his background, so he's good to go. 8 calls so far this month. More accidents lately. The Larry Foundation grant that we got for the battery-powered JAWS unit and some cribbing, that is finally all here. So we've done a little bit of training with the JAWS. We're going to finish doing some more training here in the next week or two and then get it moved. We're going to move the old corded set that's on the squad to engine 3. So we have a set of JAWS alive from the North Station and then put the new battery tool on the squad, which is going to free up a lot of space on that truck and make things a little bit logistically better for us down here. So we'll get those in service once engine 3 is at Northeast today. I brought that over today. I talked to Lisa about that.
Well, I shared that with the board.
So Monday it went to Richmond for a structure fire, and then it responded from Richmond to the car accident on Route 1. And we got back and we said, well, let's give it a wash and cleaned up and stuff. And we got done washing it, and somebody walked around the back and said, there's a lot of water running down the back of it. And I got looking at it a little bit more, and the threads on the back of the direct tank fill line, it was kind of just spraying out a little bit, so they tried to tighten it a little bit, and when they did it just more, took it off, and it just disintegrated. It was at 97, and that's consistently wet 24 hours a day all the time, so I'm surprised it lasted this long. So anyway, they're going to take care of that, fix that while it's there.
Is that a big expense or?
It's just pipe.
Yeah,
it's
right.
just pipe. I mean, it uses the old ball. It's a ball valve that we have. That it would have screwed on it there's no threads left. The threads were just gone.
The tank's stainless, right?
Huh?
Is the tank stainless?
It's either stainless or poly. But yeah. But it's everything else is good. But that's completely separate on the back and just there's nothing. I mean, it's old.
Looking at the picture, it looks like the tank is stainless. You can see it shiny in there.
Yeah.
Just amazing me that they put a black iron outfitting on a stainless tank.
Yeah.
But,
So
I mean, it's bound to rust out.
right. No, I'm surprised it lasted this long. Almost 30 years. So, but anyway, that's going to get taken care of. While it's there, the passenger seat in that truck, 2 welds let go on it. So that's going to get repaired while it's there, so that it's safe again. Take care of that. You guys approved at the last meeting the bottle order we needed. We need 6 bottles for our SCBA. 2 days ago I was told 4 to 6 weeks, and they came in FedEx today.
Wow.
I was quite surprised to see that. So I'd like to, if possible, remember when we sold the Cascade unit from the compressor from the compressor replacement? We got, it was like $2,500 or $2,700.
27, I think.
If possible, I'd like to use that money to go toward covering the cost of those bottles. At least offset it. If there's any, I mean, I know we had to offset some of the electrical that we took care of, but maybe we can figure out that. And I have the funds for the bottles, but I'd like to use that if we can to help offset that cost. So.
Where did the money go to?
It's in the bank.
No, I mean, but it didn't get put. It never got put into any account then.
No, because we got it, I believe it was in December. I want to say I did put it into, equipment.
Did we?
I think I put it in equipment.
Fire.
Okay.
Gotcha.
No, I was just.
In the bank.
Well, that's good. That's very good.
So when I get that bill,
Right
I'll make
answer.
sure I specify it.
Okay.
But yeah.
It's in new equipment, yeah.
Okay. So, and that, I believe, is all I have. I have not had a chance to catch up with Mr. Day, reference his bill from the woods fire from this past summer, but I will be. And my guess is we're probably going to have to involve the board. But
We're good.
Okay,
We're good with that.
yeah,
We're good with that. We're ready for that.
I am too. So I'm going to, I'll keep you posted. So, the garage door. Knock on wood, it's been fine since. But he was here for 4 hours. He left. I had to leave. I came back and did something in the middle bay with engine 4, and it took me 12 tries to get that door to go down. So they sent the guys back, and of course it worked flawlessly.
Of course.
Knock on wood, since then, it has worked fine. It hasn't gotten stuck. They have no idea. No idea. They don't. The only thing left that they could replace is the motor itself.
It's not related to the sensors?
They did it. It's all new. Everything is replaced except for the motor.
When they were able to replace the batteries on the other doors, the guy noticed it. It's like, has that been acting weird? I'm like, I don't know, I never used that door.
Yeah. So no idea. They sent a quote over for it's called a light curtain, I believe. That's what they recommend on fire stations now. They don't put those eyes. If they just get hit with anything, they can throw off the door. It's up to you guys what we do with it. I
What
don't.
is it, monitored light curtain?
That's what they call it. That's what it's. I guess it's like 3 feet up from the ground. It's just like a light curtain. So if anything goes underneath that when the door's going down, it won't go down. It's just a better fail-safe than the eyes, I guess. But the eyes are known to fail, and when they fail, the door won't go down. So
I'm happy with what we got, it's just.
yeah, I don't have. I mean, knock on wood, it's working fine right now. So
I think we have the, no, it's probably, this is on the new one though.
I know, brand new.
It also says the weather stripping has to be replaced as well.
What's that?
He said the weather stripping has to be replaced as
It's
well.
already done. They already did that.
Oh, they did that already?
They did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they already did that.
Did they ever get back to us with what it would cost to have a chain ball put on one of those?
I didn't hear from them. No.
Nope. I asked them and they never contacted me back. And
I thought somebody
when I
said
talked to them, they said that he didn't think that they could do it.
Well,
They were going to
can't
look
add
into it.
I know they can't add it to the lift system that's there, but they can put up new lifts. I have exactly the same door in my barn, and I have a chain ball on mine. When the power goes out, I can stand there, just open the door, just, by myself, just stand there, pull the chain ball, the door goes out.
It took us, 2 of us to get that door down straight down. We were
I can ask about it again.
Yeah, I already got
Again,
that.
I know they gotta change the whole motor assembly to do it, because it has a clutch on the side of it. What I have to do is I pull a chain down and snap it into a hook, and then the chain fall works. And if I try to use, when the power comes back on, I have to remember to snap that out, or else the door doesn't work,
Yeah, right.
because it slips. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it was an extra $1,000
Yeah.
when I had my door put in. But I'm sure it'd be more than that here, because they gotta change the motor and everything.
Well, if they think maybe the motor might be bad, if that's the case.
That's what,
It's new.
that's why I brought it up.
That motor, when we put those motors on 3 years ago, 4
I
years
was
ago.
gonna say, me personally, I don't think it's
If they
motors.
say that.
Yeah, I don't think it's the motor either. I think if anything, I asked the guys, I'm like, are you getting enough current up there? I'm like, this building has flawed with electrical issues. Maybe it's electrical.
They're only 110 volts, so it shouldn't be any big.
No, I mean, the motors were replaced, that's the brand new door,
Yeah.
brand new stuff. I mean, the only, I don't know anything about,
I don't either, yeah.
You know, I thought of everything I could see, is something weird, you know, the side stuff is, you know.
They tried, so he was on the phone with customer support from LiftMaster, and they tried to tell him, no, it's, they walked into a bunch of stuff, and they tried to tell him that it's the door itself. The door's messing up.
Oh,
It
go
wasn't
ahead.
even hooked to the door when it was messing up.
Yeah.
We had unhooked it to free spool,
Right,
and it was stopping free spooling without anything on it.
right,
No logo.
right, not touching the door.
Yeah, now you're touching the door.
Right,
I'm like,
he's
it's not the door.
Trying to tell you the door's jamming somewhere.
Yeah, it wasn't the door.
Do you know what they put in for batteries? Were they anything special?
No, I think they were just double A's or so. I didn't see it exactly.
Yeah, I
He's like,
wasn't
you
in.
just replace the batteries. So the other 2 doors have these wireless sensors.
So
That tells it that something's underneath it, and that's why when the ambulance went out, it went up, and
put
then
it on
wouldn't
your
come back
tempo
down.
file next year from now, put
Yeah.
new batteries in them.
Yeah, so they
don't
replaced
pay
the ones.
$400.
That's the
they
first
don't
time.
have Batteries put in.
That's the first. I've been on this route for 16 years. That's the first time I've ever heard those batteries been replaced.
Right, those
I
are
didn't realize.
They probably have never been
I
done.
thought,
No.
mine,
He
I
said
have
they were.
exactly the same system on my barn,
Yeah.
and I assumed that it was hardwired.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna check mine
I did
and see
too.
if it needs batteries too.
Right, so these are the 2 existing ones, and so they've been there a long time, and obviously it goes,
Yeah, the batteries died in one, so they replaced them in both because they were the same
oh,
age.
hey, well, that's a good,
1
that's
and
good
3.
here.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we're working on the generator all the time.
Anything else?
No, that's all I've got. I think.
She's
Yeah.
got something.
Well, actually, just Sean's talking about the accident on Route 1. When I wrote the annual report, I noted that we had requested a safety audit and wondering if it's time to reach back out to them. And how did we leave that? We gave them a list.
If you remember, we started the holidays and that kind of kicked it
Yeah.
off into
We
this
have that
year.
report.
No, right, but we
Yeah.
were gonna have a meeting, right?
That's what I mean.
We're gonna
Like,
meet with them.
So you wanna send them the report
I
and
thought
say,
we
please
did.
meet with us?
Did we send it? Or
You
did
sent
we
the
send the report?
list, wasn't the
Oh,
the
did I
list
send
that-
it? I might have sent it to them
Oh,
already.
right.
Can you check?
I don't remember.
Okay, thank you. I just
Squeaky
don't want.
wheel gets the grease.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right, we talked about
Just,
that.
do we have a time frame? And
Yeah,
whatnot.
yeah, follow up with some of our suggestions or see what
Yeah,
ideas.
yeah.
Yep, no, I agree.
Okay, old business, anybody have anything under old business? And new business A, we're not gonna do anything with that tonight. Discuss repiping the generator.
There you go. So David, this quote is what he did, but does not include the excavation.
The generator company has figured out, the reason we're having so much trouble getting our generator to start is because we've got 3/4 inch pipe runs 150 feet from the tank to the generator. And that generator, 3/4 inch pipe is only good for 15 feet to get to that generator. So we're 10 times that. So they said we need to put in an 1.25 inch pipe, the entire length, or move a tank closer to the thing. So Jason reached out to Coastal Propane Solutions, and they said for $2,800, they will come and put in, of course, there'd be a cost to having the trench done, but $2,800, they'll put in an 1.25 inch poly pipe from the tank that exists now to the generator, and that should cure the problem.
With new regulators, everything.
This is a new regulator, everything, so,
Yeah.
so then the thing should start on its own. Not that I mind coming down there at 2 o'clock in the morning to start the generator, but it would be nice to not have to do that, you know? I have gotten pretty proficient at getting that thing to run, and,
But we had a fiasco about 10 days ago that was.
yeah, we had a fiasco about 10 days ago because I had to have it running to do the generator, the elevator test here, and that thing would not start. No matter what I did to it, it wouldn't start. So Jason brought me down a can of ether, we put the ether to the thing, and it started. And we got it running on ether long enough so that we finally could turn the gas back on and it stayed going. And I just left it on the whole time the guy was here. I didn't shut it off until all the tests were done and everything.
And you had them come that day, remember?
Right, they came the day before, worked on it all day, and they assured me it would start without a problem,
Yeah.
and it didn't.
Yeah. So we had them come down that afternoon, got them on the phone.
So anyways, this is $2,800. I'm totally in favor of this, but, motion to spend $2,800 on getting the generator so it'll start?
Sure, yep.
So moved, yep. Yep.
Okay.
What's it cost us to have you come down?
I know,
I
right?
mean, that's free,
Well,
right?
well, just to be clear,
Are
The
you
problem
the
is I
facilities
work,
manager there?
Yeah, I
Dan?
do.
What's going on with that?
I think this, I'm gonna pass it off to the facilities manager.
Well, that's outside the facility though.
oh, I see.
But it's connected to it. Okay, those in favor? All right. Turning blue.
Isn't there already a trench?
All right, so this is the problem.
Out of what account,
Well,
David?
real quickly,
Contingency?
this would be a dedicated propane line, okay? This guy would dedicate a line from the tank to it, all new stuff, test it, hook it up, make sure it runs. What's happening now, and David's right, but the way they did it out there, it goes, and it, all over the place, and on cold days, when they came that afternoon, which wasn't the generator company's fault,
Right.
they told you it was 0 to 50, it was bouncing all over
Well,
the place.
I went out while the guy was working on the thing, and it would go from proper amount of pressure down to nothing, and then back up, and down to nothing, and back up. Well, there's enough, once the generator is running, that drop, that 3-4 second drop doesn't affect it, because there's enough in the system at the generator, so it stays, you can hear the thing kind of sounds like an old lawnmower. You know, a lot of the old lawnmowers kind of go vroom, 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 vroom while they're running.
Okay.
Well, the thing will do that, but it will stay going. But that's also not good, because anytime you vary the speed that a generator is turning, even for that 3 or 4 seconds, you're changing the number of cycles of electricity that's coming into the building. So it can mess up computers badly. So maybe that's part of the reason we go through.
So a
it
bigger
is
pipe,
fast.
so the
Yeah, so if it has a dedicated,
Propane.
so the day we were there, it was very, very cold, right? They did this, and so the furnace is running, because you could see it blowing exhaust out of the building. So I don't know any more about gas than any of you guys, but it seems like everything's running at once, it's 8 degrees
Well,
out.
and that's the other thing.
Yeah.
If the troughters are running over here, the furnace is running in the basement, and it's gotta supply that generator through 3/4 inch pipe, it just ain't enough.
Okay.
It isn't enough volume.
interesting, huh?
You know, it doesn't flow the gas fast enough. So the guy, supposedly, if they put in this 1.25 inch pipe and we still have a problem, then we know it's something with the generator.
Okay.
But,
But the generator is in good shape. It's in
I
good shape.
mean, you look, in the summertime, that thing never fails to start.
Now, yesterday it did a test, and last week it did a test, and it works fine. Kim, it does
Yeah.
a test every Tuesday.
Yeah.
And Kim said it gets an email, and
Huh.
Again, it's the temperature too, because the temperature condenses the propane. And, you know, I mean, it
Yeah.
just,
Yeah,
I
that makes
don't know.
sense.
Yeah, usually it says low pressure.
yeah, right, it says low pressure, and that's what it is. We thought it was
that
getting too
thing's a
much. but it's
26
starting.
kW generator.
It's been
and
starting
got
with
a
fuel.
It's got a 4-cylinder gasoline engine. So when it's running, it's like having a small foreign car running 60 miles an hour down the highway constantly. You know, I mean, it uses that's the other thing. I mean, those things, propane generators use a lot of propane.
Yeah.
Because they use the same amount of propane propane is not as efficient as gasoline. There's only 22,000 BTUs of heat in a pound of, in a gallon of propane. So I mean, you know, a gallon of gas gives you a lot more than that, you know. So you know, it is what it is, but anyways, I'm glad to spend the money. Actually, not glad to spend the money, but I'm glad to solve the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else on the new business?
Can I just add the one final thing? We talked about this briefly, but I guess it's still new business. We all aware of the light situation on Route 1, right? The lights over by the mountain road, we talked about that they have to be attached to the new pole.
Yep.
Kim got an email from DOT, sent it to me, I talked to the guy. He said, sorry, somebody signed an agreement many years ago, which is standard, and now they gotta be attached. So I reached out to the contractor that the fellow suggested, he's gonna submit a written quote. My gut feeling is it's $3,000 or $4,000 deal, and we have to do it. We have to let DOT know when we do it. It doesn't have to be done tomorrow, but it has to be done in the coming months here. So I talked to the contractor again today. He's gonna get us a written quote. He's a small company, and the cost isn't really, David, so much him out there with a bucket truck, but he has to have sheriff's department folks, and you have to shut down Route 1 whatever time of day is the right time to do it, because you're dragging that across and it drops. And it's those, I think there's 6, those flashing lights that are up there. If you look at them, you'll see the pole is now uphill, and he's gonna extend the whatever. I'm just babbling, but stay tuned, more information coming.
Thank you for,
The chief gave us a person here that would like to join the fire department, pass his background check and everything. He looks like he has the experience, from firefighting experience already.
great,
Any objection?
great.
Where's he from?
Well, he lives on Fluff.
So he's been here for quite a while.
Yeah, he's been living here a while.
Yeah.
He works from home. So.
Yeah. Do you need a motion? No.
Yeah.
Massachusetts, I think. Massachusetts.
Add Robin Hackett to
Yeah,
the
I would-
fire department.
Yeah, so moved.
Second?
Those in favor? Okay.
Take care.
I've entertained the motion to adjourn unless you have something else.
I just want to remind everybody to start working on their submissions for the town report.
Mine's done.
Any committees that anybody's on?
I will be gone.
Tommy, Deposit Park
Unless
Committee.
my canceled class.
The Quasit Park.
Well, we'll see you next
He
Wednesday.
is on the chair, he's the chair.
Kim, I want you to know that I've already delegated hours. and it's
To
been
the
done.
facilities man.
Yeah. this is-
Oh, no. Dale has a very narrow scope. Are you still dealing with
Allison, you
the leak in the
mentioned all
bathroom?
I said that, I told Kim that I'd already delegated our report to be written, and it's already been done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dale
I think you ought to give that
Dale took
person a
credit for
raise.
it.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
How about you start?
You had that option today.
I know.
Oh, yeah, right.
Turn it down.
No. We did turn it down.
All right, we're out of here.
Thank you.